Well, Derek McDonald with us now, and here you go through yet another spring practice, but in many ways it's kind of the first spring practice.
Yeah.
What has this been like, the first go-around with Fran?
Yeah, I mean, I've had a couple spring practices here, but obviously it's like a whole new year. It's a whole new deal. So it's been a little different. We're trying to get adjusted to the new practice schedule and everything we do out there, but I've liked it a lot. We're moving super fast, and it's been a lot of fun.
Take me back to the end of November. Obviously, the end of the season was a lot of things, a lot of emotions with Dino letting go, and then you guys get into a bowl game and all that. How did you guys, work your way through that to get where you are right now?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely tough. There's been a lot of transition and a lot of change. I think I'm going on my third defensive coordinator in the last 3 years now. So it's been a lot of adapting, but I think it's mostly just sticking together with the guys we have on the team. We know the coaches change. That's just the nature of the game, and obviously people hit the portal, but we have a core group of guys that have been here, and we've stuck together, and that's kind of what gets us through it.
Yeah, tell me about the idea of the portal. Obviously, anyone could have had the option. You could have had the option if you felt like it. What intrigued you about this group to not exercise that, to be like, all right, we're going to stick it out here?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, when the new coaches came in, I wasn't really sure what to expect. I didn't know what was going to happen, but obviously, I mean, the guys around me, I wanted to keep playing with them. I wanted to see what they did, but also just the way the coaches came in and talked to us, they said, they want to change this place. They want to make this defense as good as it can be and build it around us. That was something that definitely intrigued me, and of course I wanted to say.
Yeah, we've heard everything Fran has said. We've heard your DC and Elijah Robinson talking. They talk big, right? How much does that sink in? How much does that hit you guys?
No, I mean, it definitely does. I think we have an opportunity. We've returned a lot of people. We have a lot of talent that we brought in on defense and on offense, obviously, with some of those additions. And I think looking at our schedule this year, we believe we can beat everyone on our schedule. So that's something that's realistic in our mind, for sure.
Derek McDonald's with us, and hey, you're back at linebacker. The guy next to you is back as well. When you heard that Marlo had decided to come back, how big of a moment was that for you guys?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, I was pretty happy. Marlo's one of my best friends, so it's definitely good to have him back, and just knowing that our defense was going to be that much better and keeping him there and having more depth now. Obviously, we have a lot of guys that can play, so it was great to hear he was coming back, for sure.
You mentioned that you're on your third DC in 3 years, going from Tony White, Rocky Long, and now here this year to Elijah Robinson. The first transition was minimal, right? It was the same scheme, but just a little different twist. This is a whole new thing. What was the starting over process like to learning a new defense?
Yeah, I mean, at the beginning, and still sometimes now, it feels like you're a freshman again, like you just came in, you got thrown into the fire. But I think with my understanding of football and kind of what I've been through in the past few years, like I'm learning a lot quicker than I did as a freshman, and I'm definitely picking up on it quicker. So it's been a lot of fun.
Not that you've been limited in any way at the linebacker spot the last few years. A lot of that defense was designed around what you guys do, but with the portal this year and recruiting, there's some large guys in front of you, like very large men in front of you right now. How does that change what you do at linebacker with those big dudes up front?
No, it definitely does. I mean, last year, most of the time, I was one of those D linemen, basically, with our walk down in the 3-3-5. So being off the ball and having some of those bigger guys up front has definitely made my life a little bit easier. I get to kind of read and see what's actually developing in the play and then fit where I need to fit. And it's been great for me, honestly.
Just talked to Fadil Diggs. He's one of those bigger guys up front, in out of the portal. He was a captain at Texas A&M. How much of these portal guys integrated themselves, impressed you? What's it been like working in all these new guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's something we focused on when they got here and when Coach Fran got here, that we wanted to be one. We wanted to be together as a team. So we've kind of built a lot of strong relationships even in a short amount of time. And as we continue going through this, we're just getting closer and closer. So it's actually been a pretty smooth transition. I think I've gotten to know some of these guys pretty well, and it's going to be a lot of fun playing with them.
I'm intrigued because obviously there's a lot of SEC influence, Jersey for one, but these guys coming back home from SEC schools, and Elijah Robinson, Fran Brown. You're from Atlanta. Like, you kind of know that world. How much did you know about any of these guys before they came up here?
I knew about them a little bit. I mean, honestly, since I've been up here, I've been kind of focused on what we're doing and stuff like that. So I didn't know any of them personally, really, but it's been great to see some of these guys come from the SEC and from bigger schools, just knowing what they've been through and who they've competed against, because I think we have a good chance to go out and dominate this year.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about these guys, your quarterback, Kyle McCord, like Ohio State guy. We see Georgia guys, like Jackson Meeks has a championship ring. Like, how much does stuff stand out like that, the guys that have been in, literally the biggest games of the sport?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good to know they're battle-tested. They've been through a lot. Obviously, we've been through a lot of change here in the past couple of years, but they've been at big programs and they've been competing at the highest level. So just kind of what we want to do this year, it's good to know we have people that have already been there, so we can go and do that this year.
Has the change settled down at all here, or are you still learning new stuff every day with a new staff?
I mean, I think it's settled down a little bit. Like, I mean, I know a lot more now, but obviously we're still learning new stuff every day. That's kind of part of football, is constantly adapting. So it never really slows down when it comes down to it, but that's kind of the nature of it.
What's the biggest thing that's changed? What's the biggest thing you do differently now, maybe than you did a few months ago?
I mean, I just think for me playing off the ball, in our old defense, I was on the ball, especially last year, I was on the ball more. So just being off the ball, reading stuff, dropping in coverage, playing man coverage, kind of just getting a feel for that and getting more comfortable with that again has been something that I'm getting used to.
All right, what's the most important thing for you rest of spring ball here? Is it, learning plays, getting comfortable with the guys? What is it now till the middle of April?
That's a good question. I mean, obviously learning the defense is super important. For me, I think it's just getting more comfortable playing off the ball, flowing better, and trusting what I see, because I think I see the play a lot of times and I just got to trust it and shoot my gun sometimes.
Derek, always good to chat, and I'm sure we'll do it again soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you.